Good day, good people. It's AT Malone. The first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, this is not the average, ordinary, regular Tuesday. Why? Because it's your boy's birthday, which means this is the first Tuesday content that I am doing at 41 years old. Yes, I know I do not look 41 because black don't crack. And as long as you keep stress out of your life, you eat as healthy as possible, you go to the gym, you work out, you stay youthful, you don't have to worry about aging like milk. You'll age gracefully, especially if you're a melanated person. We're not supposed to age that fast, guys. No, we're not. And even if you're not melanated, as long as you keep those key points that I was talking about, eat healthy, take your vitamins, go to the gym, remove as much stress out of your life, you should remain youthful and always keep a piece of your childhood. I'm going to continue to preach that over and over again. You could say it's immature, you could say that it's childish, but that's what keeps you up to date with things too, especially if you have children. If you remain youthful, if you remain fun, if you have this high energy and you're high spirited and you don't take life extremely serious 24/7, then you'll be able to continue to understand the next generation. They'll want to be around you like your kids if you have younger siblings like I do, because I got a Gen Z brother. So once you keep that nice balance within your life, you don't really care about getting older. It doesn't matter to you. Like, I don't feel any different today than I did 10 years ago because I have been very diligent about making sure I remain in the best health possible. So yes, it has been a very, very busy day so far. What time is it right now? It's 11:56. Right after I record Tuesday content, I gotta take this one to the gym and train with him for an hour. And I've been vlogging my whole day. So I'll be dropping that maybe Thursday, maybe tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Let's just see how much I get done today, because I still have a ton of things to do before I have dinner with my family later. But you know, as you get older and you have so many different responsibilities, guys, this might sound bad, but it just feels like another day in the office, honestly, because when you have so many things on your plate, you have a long list of things to do, you take your birthday as, hey, it's just another day to me, because guess what? Those tasks that you got to get done, they gonna stay right there until you take care of it. So I'm not having fun right now because I have so many things I have to do. I have to work tomorrow, so I still gotta get my meal prep going. I still gotta get ready for my long ass work week because I'll be putting in about 50 hours since I worked yesterday. So it is what it is, but I am grateful. I am blessed to see another, trip around the sun, guys. So I know that there's a lot of people that have not made it to my age, right? Millions of people who have not seen or did not get to see the age of 41. So I'm definitely grateful of being able to accomplish that, because in reality, I did not expect to live this long, real talk, because the way that I was living in my youth, you couldn't have sold me on the dream that I would be alive, living well, flourishing, doing good. I have a great son, a beautiful woman that's actually in the bedroom waiting on your boy to finish up so she can give me my birthday gift. But I'm not really tripping. I'm just trying to get the work done before I could actually have fun, all right? Well, that was my freestyle thoughts. First freestyle thoughts at being 41 years old. And now we got to get to it, guys, because I got a lot of things I got to do today. So let's jump right in. We are on The Richest Man Who Ever Lived, King Solomon's Secrets to Success, Wealth, and Happiness. And we are continuing chapter 14. This is part 3, titled defeating the enemy of happiness and success. Now, last week we talked about the consequences of pride, which was conflict, a downfall, disgrace, and humiliation. Now, this week we're going to talk about effectively dealing with pride. Now, it's critical that we learn how to detect pride's presence and effectively deal with it. The best way to recognize it is to understand the nature of true humility. By becoming thoroughly familiar with its characteristics, we can quickly identify its absence. And when humility is absent, pride is usually in control. Now, what is true humility? It is not a woe it's me mentality. True humility begins with a heartfelt belief that others have made it possible for you to have everything in life that you value. When a person truly believes that, they carry it with them, the eager and grateful spirit of a learner, one who welcomes and values the input and contributions of others. Now, I told myself that I would never dishonor the family members who came before me, my elders, my ancestors, and never forget the things that they've done in order to pave the way for me to be where I'm at currently in my life. And even when I do make certain mistakes that they would be looking down at me on, I have to also remember I'm not perfect. I'm going to make those mistakes. And I hope that they understand that, hey, I'm just a human being like they were a human being when they were living on this earth. So you can't be so hard on yourself, guys, and let pride override the fact that you are just human. You are going to make mistakes, because your pride could cause you to make that mistake and not be accountable for it, right? Because your pride won't allow you to be, because you don't want to be looked at as imperfect. You don't want to be looked at as weak or showing humility, right? But also another thing is this: even though there's certain people that I do not fool with to this day, that has helped me along the way, I will always acknowledge and recognize that, even though I can't stand they fucking asses, right? But I have enough humility to say, okay, this person actually did this for me, and without this person, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this, or I wouldn't be where I'm at in my life, guys. And that is showing humility. As much as you gotta bite your tongue sometimes to acknowledge the people that you do not like, that you are not on good standing with, the humility part of you allows you to say, you know what, I'm not going to be so prideful that I'm going to forget this person that did this for me. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the rewards that money can't buy. One is honor and support. While pride will bring a man or woman down, humility will raise him or her up. Solomon says, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. When Solomon talks about humility, he's talking about a humility that permeates who you are. Those who are humble in spirit view others as important as themselves. He or she also views what they have with gratitude, recognizing the contributions that others have made to their lives. And to those who live with humility, Solomon says that honor shall support them through good and bad times. Now, this is very, very powerful, guys, because if you came from the bottom like I have and have rose up to the upper echelons in life, okay, I'm not like in the top 1%, but what I can say is I have more than most people do, right? And if anything goes sour, goes sideways, I can go back to the mud to living the way that I was living when I got kicked out of my father's house at 19. I will go back to eating ramen noodles, turkey. I will do all of that shit all over again if it's necessary in order for me to be able to live, to survive, because that's what I am. I am a survivor, guys. And I love coming from humble beginnings because it helped shape me to where I'm at now, and it has not changed me. See, when you come from humble beginnings, you realize that life has already happened to you, meaning you've already started down here. So the only direction to go is up, right? Now, you have these, kids that come from money. Even my son, right? He's the only child. He doesn't understand what poverty is. He doesn't understand what going without is, right? So in order for me to keep him not only humble, but displaying humility, this is why I make him earn everything. And when he makes mistakes, like a mistake he made today, you gotta go full force on them. Yes, no gentle parenting. You gotta go extremely hard on them. That way they don't have this personality, this persona about them that has this expectation of having things that most people don't. So you have to truly humble your children when they come from a certain lifestyle, a certain class, in order for them not to be so prideful whenever they grow up, or even now when they're kids, to make them think that, they're better than the next kid, or they don't recognize the sacrifices that us as parents have made in order for them to live a good life, right? Because we're supposed to create a better life for our children than our parents created for us. So in order to keep that balance, guys, you got to keep them humble. You have to make them display humility. You have to make them recognize the things that we have sacrificed, whether it's us, the grandparents, and they need to be thankful for it. If we don't do that, then we are literally creating a monster, okay? A person that has these expectations, that's never gone through anything, and whenever they do start going through things, they start having mental breakdowns, they start thinking about self-deletion, and we don't want that. No, this is why you make sure that they earn everything, okay? So whenever they do, create wealth for themselves, they understand that they had to bust their ass to earn money, to earn toys, or to buy shoes, do all of those things. Don't give them shit. Make them earn everything, all right? Now, wisdom. In Proverbs 11:2, Solomon claims that with humility comes wisdom. In other words, the more humble you are, the more wise you become. Unlike the proud who believe they know everything, the humble value what others can teach them. They become like a sponge, soaking up wisdom from every experience and person they encounter. Now, you cannot teach this to a person who thinks they know it all, right? And we all been around those people, especially like at work. Let's just say you are a new manager, or this is your counterpart coworker, and you are the one that ends up getting promoted over them, right? So automatically they're not gonna look up to you because you were in the same position they were at, right? So they are so prideful in their ways that they're not even going to be receptive to you helping them or giving them information or insight to help do their job better. I went through that at my current place of employment whenever I got promoted. When I got promoted and I was on that damn floor, nobody really wanted to listen to me, right? Until I started having to prove why I got promoted and why I was better than them. And I didn't showboat or do anything like that. I just let my actions start speaking for itself, right? I started proving that not only was I a harder worker than them, but I was smarter than them. I was a better problem solver than them. And when I continued to do that over and over and over again, then eventually they started looking at me as their leader on the floor. And sometimes you have to do that. But no, you can't teach a know-it-all, and nobody wants to teach a know-it-all, right? Because Those type of people are so annoying. You are literally trying to do what's in their best interest, and they're not hearing it because they're so prideful that they think that they're smarter than you. They think that they're better than you. They think that nobody else can teach them anything because they know it all. Like, nobody wants those know-it-all people, okay? And another thing is this. When you do encounter, let's just say, like at my job, a site lead that is really humble, that shows humility, you know that they are a good leader. Why? Because they do not mind asking stupid questions. And from my experience, all of the really good site leads at my site, they would always come up to me and the first thing they'd say is, hey, I got a stupid question for you. And you know what I would respond? There's no such thing as a stupid question. How can I assist you? And think about it. This person makes like 3-4 times the amount of money that I make. They're way smarter than I have. They have way more experience running a whole warehouse, right? But they are so humble that they will go to their subordinate for answers and they don't mind doing it. So guys, you got to keep that in mind. No matter how far you move up the corporate ladder, you still are going to have to humble yourself at certain points throughout your career journey to go down a couple notches, ask necessary questions from the person who is, a SME, you know what I'm saying? And they have been working that position for so long that they have become an expert in it. So don't be so prideful that you're not willing to take it a couple notches down, talk to your subordinates, go to them for insights in order to help you elevate, all right? Now, peace, harmony, a valued heritage, and friendship with God. In addition to wisdom and honor, a person who is humble enjoys the benefits that are the converse of pride's consequences. Pride creates strife and contention, which means humility creates peace and harmony. A proud person's heritage will be destroyed, while a humble person's heritage will live on for generations. And if God sets himself against the proud, as he has stated again and again, then he must certainly become an ally to the humble. Now, this is powerful, guys. This literally says God sets himself against the proud, which means he does not like proud people. So he punishes people for being proud, and also he basically gets rid of their whole generation. And it kind of makes sense, because think about it. If you are a proud person and you carry on that persona and that type of culture within your own family, all you doing is creating demons and devils on this earth. People that are going to disrupt people's peace. They are going to do anything in their power to stay in power. They will walk over anybody. They will not help anybody. And then nobody's going to want to mess with these people anyway, because they carry on this reputation of just being bad people who are not helpful. That's why a lot of these, let's just say, these corporate CEOs, founders, owners, if you have a legacy family, right? Well, if they have a bad reputation, then that tarnishes the legacy of these people, even if they're doing all kind of philanthropy, right? All it takes is one bad generation to be prideful. They're full of corporate greed, and it will destroy their reputation. And eventually, guess what? People are going to stop, supporting them, right? Buying from them, because they don't want to put dollars into this company that is just out here destroying shit, that's ruining culture, right? We see this every single generation. I ain't gonna call out any names, right? But y'all know exactly the people that I'm talking about. So you have to be very careful of that, because God does not like proud people. They don't like prideful people. So you have to make sure that if you come from a generation like that, You got to be the one to break the cycle, or you're going to end up, you know, getting punished by God. Real talk. All right. Well, that's all I have for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, sub to the channel, and I will catch y'all next week. Peace.
Feel like they tryna box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends, I kept it